Hello my friends, SAmaryllis here to play more Cinders. Today we are going to pursue the grim fate ending, and I will be pretty much following exactly the guide that's on the Cinders wiki, which I can link in the description below if you're interested, but you can also find by a quick Google. In the other videos I've done with the extra bonus content, I did skip past the things that we've already seen before in different endings. I don't think I'll be doing a lot of skipping in this one because I'll be pretty much choosing very different options compared to what I did in the first time or the next few times after that. So this is going to be a longer one. I don't want to really break up this episode, so I guess strap yourself in and get ready for a completely new game here with Cinders. I still can't believe I've been delaying this for so long. It makes me wonder, if I decided to act earlier, maybe things wouldn't be so broken between us. Maybe, with just a little effort, this family wouldn't fall apart like this. But I suppose it was easier to complain and do nothing rather than try to change things. Isn't it always? Tonight, it's different. This is the night of change. The night where my plans finally take effect. And Cinders, little do you know, your plans are going to result in a very bad ending for you. I can hear my stepsisters talking in soft voices in the hall. I imagine they, too, won't get any sleep tonight. During the last few days, I've learned so much more about them, but can it erase all the years they tormented and humiliated me? I don't know what to think about it. People should get what they deserve is the first choice I'm making here. You can't erase the past. You can't push someone into despair and expect compassion in return. We pick our own paths in life. Whatever happens, my stepsisters knew the risks. That's our first choice down our bad path here. All right, meanwhile in the hallway, I do think this is all the same text, so I will actually skip this part. Okay, so Peralt just banged on the door to get himself let in. And Cinders is saying he's right. Nothing will ever be the same. Nothing. I must admit, I'm afraid of it too. Some independent woman I am. Cinders, Mother has summoned you. Move. You know she doesn't like to wait. Fine, fine. I'm moving. Just give me a moment. Make sure it's quick. Cinders, can I ask you something? Yes, Sophia? This whole situation, what happened this evening and the guard bashing at our door and all, it's because of you, right? You planned it. And here's our second bad choice. We're gonna lie to Sophia, my favorite person in this entire game. No, why is it when anything happens, you always go blaming me? Oh, please, you and Gloria love to treat me as if I were stupid. But I'm not. Far from it, actually, and I'm definitely not blind. I know you've been planning it since that morning 7 days ago. Sophia knows. Alright, so 7 days earlier, just a week before all of this goes down. Ah, what a beautiful morning. The last few days were all rain and gloom, but today is different. Today is summer in its fullest. It's so nice to see the sun again. It can get pretty cold in this room of mine. Although I don't feel so frisky right now. I could use more beauty sleep. I shouldn't have burned the midnight oil over a book last night. And a silly book too. Some adolescent girl, pretty and numb as a freshly cut flower, shows divine humility and courage while suffering oppression from her abusive family. Who writes these things? And do they really want young women to develop this martyr-like attitude? Funny though, if it's really that bad and makes me so angry, why did I read it in the first place? Maybe something in it really echoes a part of my own experience? I don't know, and I'm not going to spend the morning wondering about it. Of course, it isn't as if I will get to enjoy the day either. Lady Carmosa will certainly make sure that I have to do the worst chores. The old hag could use any of her servants, but no, she always sends me. I get the feeling she simply wants to humiliate me. If only Father was still here. On a day like this, he would surely take me to the forest. We always went to the lake, the magical lake, as he called it, and left a loaf of bread under the old tree. Gotta pay tribute to the fairies. You never know when you may need their help. good old man. He used to tell me stories about the little folk, even when I was far too old to believe them anymore. I miss him so much. But enough daydreaming. Honestly, I talk to myself way too often these days. It's only a moment before I start considering mice and sparrows my only friends, and we will go frolicking and singing together. What a sight that would be. Luckily, I know better than that. I may get lonely sometimes, but I'm not empty-headed. Time to get up, Cinders. The day has only just started. And you never know what the future may bring. Yes, it's Cinders. It's me. I still have some time before my sisters wake up. I could start my clean duties to have more time later, or I could try to finish that book I was reading last night. Or I could seize this opportunity to do sweet nothing. It's not like I have the time for myself very often. Third bad choice, we're gonna laze around. And one of our sisters is gonna discover us here. Since my father's death, Carmosa and her daughters treat me as their servant. Cinders, do the cleaning. Cinders, go to the town. Cinders, why isn't my dress washed yet? I hate it so much. I'm sure today won't be any different. But not yet. I still have some time. The sun is shining and the morning air is so fresh. Sometimes it's great to just sit down and enjoy the day. I wonder if Carmosa and my sisters can still do it. Just sit down and relax, let your mind wander freely and worry about nothing? I don't think so. I bet they're too stuck up for that. They are always busy trying to prove or gain something, never really taking the time to enjoy the fruits of their labor. My life may not be a fairy tale lately, but it's good to know I have something that they can't take away. The morning air is so soothing. I think I'll take a nap. Cinders, are you there? That surely didn't last too long. Cinders, where are you? You're so hopeless. Stop lazing around and move. Mother wishes to see you immediately. She wishes to see me? Does she tell you what she wants? No, of course not. Why would she? And why would I want to ask in the first place? She looked rather angry, though. That doesn't sound good. I hope I'm not in some kind of trouble again. You really could have asked her, you know? I think you mistook me for one of those gentle, well-mannered noble girls who care about others. Sorry to break it for you, but I don't. If you are in trouble, that means I get a free pass today, so I'm rooting for it with all my heart, sis. Yep, there's Sophia, my fave. My, aren't you one charming human being? Thank you. Now hurry up and let's go already. Oh, shut up. Alright, and now we meet Gloria in the hall. I used to play in this hall as a child, but this building isn't much of a home anymore. Ever since my father passed away, it feels like this place is just an empty shell. Carmosa does her best to keep the residence in its former splendor, and I guess most would be fooled by it. But for me, this place feels like it's fading away. Oh, so you didn't get lost after all. I was starting to think that you couldn't find your way. But it seems you were just taking your precious time with no regard for the rest of us. You're as hopelessly irresponsible as that sister of mine. No wonder that mother can't count on anyone other than me in this house. Yep. Hi, Gloria. Don't tell me you got caught up daydreaming about some prince coming to save you. This is actually the same choice that I picked on my first playthrough because I was not feeling charitable towards Gloria. No, did you? If you ask me, you should be the one daydreaming or dreaming of being rescued. It's obvious you hate your current life. Watch your tongue. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't I? When's the last time you were actually happy? It's very thoughtful of you to worry about me, but if I were you, I'd pay more attention to your situation. I don't want your pity. And before you get any more foolish ideas, I think you should know that Mother is calling for you. She says she has a special job for you, no doubt something rudimentary enough for you to handle. So you were sent here to fetch me then? Mother entrusts me with important tasks. Don't mistake me for being on your level. You wait here. I'll let her know that you're finally rolled out of bed. Okay. I will pick, are you not tired of this? Don't you ever get tired of all this? Tired? What are you babbling about? You try so hard to be like Carmosa. You dress like her, you speak like her, and yet she still treats you as a little more than a servant. Oh. I can't believe it. Did I really just get her to shut up? I was expecting an insult at the very least. Oh, the room feels empty again. Even Gloria's presence is better than nothing. Truthfully, I feel bad for her. I may be the servant around here, but her situation isn't that different from mine. Both Gloria and Sophia spend every waking moment doing Carmosa's bidding. Just because it's not scrubbing floors doesn't mean they're not servants too. So, you're finally up, you lazy girl. Can't anyone in this house just do what is asked of them? I swear, you feeble-minded girls are going to be the death of me. Nice to meet you again too, Lady Carmosa. You've wasted too much of my time already. I have a job for you. Go into town and find the merchant Tobias. I need you to pay him for a certain service. I'm giving you 200 sovereigns exactly. Don't you dare lose them. I must be a fool to entrust you with this much money, but unfortunately, I've no one else to send. I have better plans for those two useless daughters of mine. Now hurry up, child. Time is of the essence. Carmosa has been speaking to me this whole time, alternating between insults and orders. Do I really have to silently accept this? No, I'm going to refuse. Or bring up the possibility, at least. And what if I refuse? I don't have to do as you tell me. No, of course not. You have no obligation to follow my orders at all. Just as I have no obligation to see you fed. There's no room in this household for a useless, lazy girl who doesn't know her place. If you don't work, then you will eat. Come on, girl. You may be stupid, but you're not that stupid, are you? Any more questions? Good. Then hurry up and go. Doesn't seem like I have much choice here. I suppose it could be worse. A trip to town isn't such a terrible thing. It's a beautiful day and a great excuse to get away from the house. I won't even get in trouble for leaving as quickly as I can. Besides, Tobias has always been nice to me, so I'll enjoy seeing him again. This could be a rather pleasant trip. Alright, we're gonna go to the forest as our only choice. I suppose I should be grateful. Even though Carmosa practically kicked me out of the house, it's better than staying there. It really is beautiful here, and it's a much-needed break from that toxic house. The lake that my father took me to as a child isn't too far away, too. I really miss our trips to the lake. It would be nice to visit it again, if only for the sake of memories. I wonder if I have enough time. Carmosa did tell me to hurry, after all. We are going to go to the lake. We're going to take as long as we want on this trip to town. Carmosa will yell at me when I get back, no matter what I do. It's impossible to please that woman. Well, then I suppose a trip to the lake wouldn't make a difference one way or the other. It's been so long since my last visit, and I do miss it. I'll go. Yep, so we went to the lake. I'm glad I chose to come. This place is just as beautiful as it was when Father used to take me here. As a child, I knew that this place was magical, but I have outgrown fairy tales now. Still, there's something to this place. It feels enchanted. Maybe it's because it hasn't changed a bit since I was a little brat. I remember that Father would always leave a gift for the fairies every time he visited. Maybe I should do the same. Nope, that would be silly. It's a charming thought, but I'm not a little girl anymore. I can't sit around believing that fairies will come and save me. Wishing for magic is really just a laziness. I can take my fate into my own hands. If I want my life to change, I'll do it on my own. Well, I'm still happy that I came. There are a lot of beautiful memories here. Oh, I really need to get going, though. Time to go into town. Yep. So we're gonna pick the town. And then we're going to head over to Tobias's, I believe. Finally, at the town. I should probably head straight to Tobias's shop. Strange. What's that crowd over there? Everyone seems to be surrounding that building. I wonder if someone around here can tell me what's going on. Okay, so this is, Perrault murdering those bandits again, so I'll go ahead and skip this. Alright, we just met Perrault, or rather we saw him and got introduced to him, but we didn't meet him formally, and now we're in Tobias's shop. Tobias's store is neat and well organized, as usual. From the look of things, he's been doing well for himself. I guess he was lucky those thieves didn't decide to rob this place instead of one of those poor merchants at the market. Hey, welcome, Cinders. Is everything all right? You seem a bit pale. I've just witnessed a terrible scene in the market. A group of brigands kidnapped a child and barricaded themselves in one of the houses. Heavens, did someone call the guards? Luckily, the captain was nearby and resolved the situation quickly, with his sword. As messy as it may seem, that is his job. Glad to hear everyone's all right. Not everyone. He killed all those men. I don't know how to feel about it. You always had a gentle heart, Cinders. Have you missed it? Well, it's been too long since you last stopped by, that's for sure. How have you been? Much the same. Carmosa works me to the bone every day, and there are times when I wish I could just disappear. But I manage, and there are days that make me happy, like today. I'm so glad to see you again, Tobias. It looks like your shop is flourishing. It does well enough. I hope you know that you can come speak to me at any time you want. Hey, there's Tobias, who I completely ignored on my first playthrough. We used to spend so much time together when we were teenagers. Now that we're adults, it seems like we hardly even catch a glimpse of each other. It's really a shame. You're right. It feels like childhood friendships disappear once you mature. It's hard to keep them alive sometimes, even when you have the best of intentions. Such a true statement. But I assume you didn't come up here just to remember the old days. Sadly, no. I'm on an errand for Carmosa. I'm here to pay you for, well, whatever it is she asked for. She's being very secretive about the whole thing. Oh, that. Now I'm even more curious about this errand. I'm going to ask him. I wonder what kind of debt that Tobias is in that made him, agree to basically commit a royal crime, which is make a forgery to threaten the prince's life or whatever, according to Parole at least. So what exactly did Carmosa ask you to do anyway? It sounds mysterious. I'm afraid I can't tell you. Why not? Well, I promised Carmosa that I wouldn't tell anyone. I would like to keep my word. Also, it's basic business ethics, Cinders. I'm going to say that I understand. I understand. You gave your word. I shouldn't force you to break it, even though Carmosa doesn't deserve such fair treatment. I'm glad you understand, Cinders. I really wish I could tell you, but keeping a job a secret was part of our agreement. My reputation as a merchant is at stake here after all. Don't worry, Tobias. I won't do anything to make you ruin your reputation. Anyway, Carmosa said that I was supposed to give you some money for this job. That's true, but I'm surprised that she would send you to pay for it. She said something about not having a choice. How much does she owe you? Around 200 sovereigns, I'd say. Just an estimate? That means Carmosa and Tobias haven't agreed on a set price yet. If I could negotiate a discount, I might get in Carmosa's good graces. Or just get some money for myself. I'm going to be seductive. Oh, it's 200 sovereigns. That was the original estimate, yes? Aw, it's that much even for me? I'm not sure what you mean. You and I go so far back, and I've always thought there was something special between us. You know, a spark. I thought that with a relationship as close as ours, you'd treat me differently from Carmosa. Well, a customer is a customer. That may be true, but I like you more than your other customers do. Don't you feel the same way about me? Wait, are you trying to charm me, Cinders? Because I think you're really overdoing this whole flutter your eyelashes business. It's not like I've had a lot of chance to practice, so you better start appreciating my efforts. I'm just trying to give an honest criticism here, friend to a friend. But sure, you are special to me. I don't suppose 175 sovereigns would satisfy you. That sounds perfect. It's so sweet of you to lower the price for me. I'm really shocked. You were never like this when we were children. You changed. You mean... There's no mistaking you for a child anymore. You've definitely become a woman. Oh, well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. It was meant as one. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you're really not so different from Carmosa. What? What are you talking about? You tried to get me to lower the price, even though I'm your friend. So, that doesn't mean I'm like Carmosa. That woman is cruel and manipulative. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. But you only see one side of Carmosa. Her life isn't easy either. She's a single woman working to keep her house from falling apart. It's not an easy job, but she's very good at it. That takes a lot of hard work and sacrifice. I think you're a better person than she is, but you both have the same spark. You're clever, and you know what you want. You'd be a good leader. I suppose you have a point. I never thought about Carmosa like that before. People aren't simply good or bad, and those who do bad things usually have a reason for it. You really are a wise man, Tobias. I've always liked that about you. I'm happy I could see you again. The pleasure was all mine. I hope that you come again soon. I'll do my best. Until the next time we meet, then. Oh, I almost forgot. What is it? Please tell Carmosa that I'll fulfill my part of the deal soon, and she should expect my representative to come by sometime tonight. And what kind of deal does he have going on with this shady character? Sure, I'll let her know. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, I had no idea you have your representatives nowadays. It comes with the trade, I guess. Start throwing coin around, and suddenly you find yourself surrounded with people eager to run errands for you. Coin, you say? And I thought it had more to do with your magnetic personality. I used to be magnetic, but it made trading in metalware much too risky for me, so I stopped. Oh, people do tend to underestimate the pain caused by fast-flying cutlery. There was a time in my life when I was forced to eat with my hands, but I prefer not to speak about it. Oh, I've missed our talks, Tobias. Me too, Cinders. I hope I'll see you again soon. I hope so too. Take care, friend. I really miss the old days when Tobias and I played together. I'm so glad that I could see him again. And I even have an extra 25 sovereigns for myself. I could stop by the tavern and treat myself with this money, but if I brought it back to Carmosa, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. I'm going to bring them back to Carmosa, and that means I'm going to skip meeting Captain Perrault, and I'm going to skip going to the forest. I'm going to go straight to the residence. The journey back to my house was much too short. I am not looking forward to facing Carmosa or my sisters again. At least I got a rare reprieve from their insults today. I wish it had lasted longer. I'm terribly late. Carmosa told me to hurry back, and it's nearly nightfall. I'm sure she'll skin me alive. Wow! Even me skipping the lake on the way back and skipping meeting Captain Perrault still made me very late. I guess I'd have to bypass the lake entirely if I didn't want to be late at all. Cinders! Do you have any idea what time it is, you useless girl? Where have you been all this time? I'm going to talk back to her. What I do with my own time is none of your business. I work for you without any form of compensation, so why do you care if it takes a little longer to get tasks done? I did what you told me to, after all. Foolish girl. A person's usefulness is not merely blinding following orders, but in following them efficiently. You may babble all you like, but the truth is you are simply a lazy child. At least you managed to finish the task appointed to you, though I take little solace in that. Is it too much to hope that you managed to keep some of the money I gave to you? Right, the money. I'm going to keep the money. Well, he said the price was 200 gold pieces, so that is what I paid him. Why am I not surprised? I suppose it is foolishness to expect more from a girl as disjointed from reality as you. What are you talking about? You never take the first offer. Anyone who conducts business. No, anyone in their right mind knows that. But Tobias is my friend. He would not... Enough. I am not interested in your excuses. What a disaster. You are more useless than I imagined. If I stopped feeding you, it would be exactly what you deserve. But I suppose I would be arrested for petty crime if I did that. But I... Silence. Get out of my sight. Just looking at you makes me ill. You will go to your room and you will stay there until you are summoned. Is that clear? Yes. So now I have 25 extra gold coins, so I don't know. Okay, so we met the prince. He had a chat with Perrault. Because I didn't meet with Perrault at the inn, he didn't say anything about, women not being completely useless. Finally, I have some time to myself after doing Carmosa's bidding all day. Still, it could have been worse. Carmosa was furious and I got nothing but cold scraps for dinner. But at least I was able to get away from the house for most of the day. I always love going into town. Not to mention, I still have some money left over from the deal today. Maybe I can buy something nice for myself with it. I can't believe how exhausted I am after today, though. My feet ache and I feel so sleepy. I should go to bed. Carmosa certainly won't allow me to sleep in tomorrow. Knocking sound. Was there someone knocking at the door? Why would anyone be visiting us at such a late hour? It's the shady character. Silence. I paid for your discretion, and yet you pound on the front door as if it's a war drum. Right. Pardon, madame. I swear I'll be silent as the tombs are right away. Mum's the word. Enough with your nonsense. The package is ready to go. Can I trust you? Oi, you wound my pride, madame. I'm more trustworthy than an old priest in a confessional. Such an utterance is of little comfort to me. No one can escape Carmosa's biting tongue. Now prove there is some value in your words, and I'll go before someone sees you. I think he's gone. What was that all about? What on earth is Carmosa trying to hide? Maybe I should sneak out the window and try to follow him. He can't have got a car. If I leave now, I'm sure I can catch up with him. No, that's crazy. I can't do that. I'm going to follow the mysterious visitor. I must be crazy, but this might be my only chance. How long have I waited here, wishing for a change? Finally, an opportunity has presented itself. Carmosa clearly has a secret. If I could figure it out, I might have an advantage over her. No one is outside the window. Now is as good a time as ever. Here goes nothing. Alright, cool. Well, now what? I tried to keep my distance while following that man, and now I've lost his trail completely. If he's somewhere up ahead, I'll really have to hurry to catch up with him. But if I accidentally pass him, then I run the risk of running into him when I return home. Oh, curse these demonic excuses for plants. The way you scratch at a fellow, you're more like wildcats than shrubs. That must be him. He's close. I better hide. Ugh, blasted rocks. What are they doing in my path? You'd think they'd clear out this place, accounting what a fellow can't see a thing in the dark. It's not proper, I tell ye. Well, I'm sure this would be the place where I'm scheduled to meet that smartass merchant. Smartass or not, shouldn't you be more careful when talking about the man who pays you? Oi, boss! I was just talking a little to myself. No harm meant, you know. Truly, I suppose I can let this one go, if you've brought the package as discreetly as Lady Carmosa requested. Of course. No ifs about it, boss. It wounds my honor that you doubt my competence for even a moment. No, I never doubt you. Now, hand it over. Before I do, boss, I have a little something I'm needing to ask you. And what would that be? You knew I'm an honest man. My curiosity just took hold of me so hard I had to take a look inside the package. And lo and behold, my eye spies a mighty fine necklace set in rubies and made of gold. It's worth thousands of sovereigns at least, yeah. I specifically instructed you not to look inside. But the necklace... Yes, it's probably worth quite a lot of money. I don't get it, boss. Why is the noble lady paying us to take this off her hands? Seems all wrong ways around to me. I'm sure she has her reasons, and you're not being paid to poke around and ask needless questions. In fact, if you don't keep your mouth shut, you won't be paid at all. Whoa, boss, no way to get so angry. My mouth is as secure as the royal treasury it is. I doubt the contents are quite as valuable. Still, you've completed your task, so here's your pay. 15 sovereigns. Try not to drink it all at once. Me? Never. You wound me with your accusations, boss. I'm sure. Well, we should return to town before someone stumbles upon us. What on earth is Tobias up to? Never mind that. If I don't do something, they'll leave before I can do anything. Now might be my only chance to confront him, but I probably shouldn't act too impulsively. Okay, so I have to confront Tobias. Well, there's no time like the present. Hold on! Cinders, what are you doing here in the middle of the night? I was following your employee from my house. It looked like he was up to no good. I didn't think he'd lead me to you. You have a lot of explaining to do. I'm not sure what the pretty bird is, boss, but she definitely means business. That much I know. You shouldn't have come here, Cinders. And why not? Are you and Carmosa up to something? It's not what you think it is. The only reason for the secrecy is because this is dangerous. And illegal, Tobias. Please, it's nothing that you should have to worry about. Really? Because it looks pretty shady to me. Some people value their privacy. There's nothing shady about that. I'm not sure I believe that. Should I trust Tobias? Yes. Alright, I trust you. You've always been a good friend, Tobias, and I know you would never do anything to hurt me. Sudden music change! Sorry I jumped to such an unkind assumption. It is unfortunate that I have to deal with Carmosa. I didn't want you to have to get involved in something like this. But a customer is a customer, you know? I understand. We're not children anymore, and you have to make a living. Life as an adult is hard, isn't it? That it is. I'm amazed that you managed to find us, though. You're pretty daring. Daring and restless. I feel like my life is rushing past me, and I haven't done anything worthwhile. I need to do something. Anything, as long as it's meaningful. I can't live like this forever. No, you can't. I suppose you'll have to learn the truth sooner or later. What are you talking about? I can't explain it just yet. Not in our present company, at least. Oi, boss! Don't you trust me? No. Come see me sometime this week, and I'll explain everything. And please don't tell anyone you saw this. Of course. Thank you so much, Tobias. I should probably head home now, although it's dangerous this time of night. We could escort you back to the house if you want. I will agree. You're gonna bring me back to my house. Looks like my room's empty. I just have to climb back in through the window. You snuck out the window? I can't say I'm not impressed. With wits like that, it would be simple for her to be a professional burglar. And what would you know about being a professional burglar? Nothing, boss. 'Twas just a passing thought. Any more talk and you two will alert the house. Thank you for escorting me back, but I'm fine now. You two should really get going before someone hears you. Wait, this is probably a lot to ask, but I was wondering if I could see how you're living now. It's been years since I last visited. Might I come in for just a moment? Yes, come on in, Tobias. Okay, but only for a moment, and you have to be quiet. So, this is your room now. It is. Wasn't this the servant's kitchen last time I was here? It was. That's before Father died, though. Moving me here was my sister's idea. Father called me Cinders because it matched the color of my hair. My sisters decided it would be more amusing if they took the name literally and made me live among the cinders. Naturally, Carmosa had no objections. Oh, I thought it was Carmosa's decision that made Cinders relocate, but I guess it was Sophia and Gloria being mean. You're not getting along with Carmosa's daughters, are you? They can be cruel more often than not. No doubt, they were trying to impress their mother. You've only been with the women for a few years. Just imagine what their childhood was like. It may have been terrible, but I wish they wouldn't take it out on me. Well, I do like what you've done with the room. It might not be much, but it's clear that you've taken good care of it. It's cozy in here, and nicely decorated. Hey boss, we really gotta scram before the lady of the house catches us. And there comes the world trying to separate us again. If only we could be alone for once. That would be nice. Yes, that would be nice. Well, I must leave now. Maybe some other time. I'm glad I could at least see how you're doing. And I'm glad I could have a visitor, even for just a short time. Don't forget to come visit me later. Don't worry, I'll be there. Take care. What a night. It's so late. I should really try to get some sleep. It certainly won't be easy to sleep after all that's happened, though. Okay, and with that, we are just about at time here. This will be the first part of my Grim Fate playthrough of Cinders. Next time, we're going to go ahead and see what happens in the morning, and I'm sure interact with the lovely Sophia and Gloria. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others. Bye!